Rolling Harder Truths, episode 12, last episode for season 1. Alright, deep breath. Welcome to Harder Truths. It's Yani Mayo here, and you're at the last episode of season 1. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this self-discovery journey, and I hope that you and I have learned from each other along the way. So, I want to get personal for this episode and kind of like talk about why I started out in courtside reporting, how I got into producing, and a couple of tips for the people who want to also get into hosting and sports producing. Since a lot of people actually ask me if I'm gonna have workshops or any tools that could help them in that kind of journey. Before we get into the nitty gritty of things, a lot of you know that I started out as a courtside reporter back in 2019. And that wasn't my first foray into media. I was actually a junior jock in Magic 89.9, and I have been hosting since my first year in college. So I already have that sense of parang gusto ko maging talent one day, and I thought it would be either entertainment or news. I didn't know sports had this whole mini world in the corner of this entire industry, this entire media industry. So, hindi ko pinangarap mag-sports or mag-courtside reporter. Hindi siya nasa play-by-play plan ko, if you would describe it as such. So, hosting was really on the cards for me ever since I entered first year college, but I didn't know it would be an actual career, or I didn't think that you could create a career out of it. I just knew that I wanted to do that type of work, or I wanted to do that type of activity, not even work. I just like doing it as a passion. At the same time, I was already auditioning for radio because back in high school, I would always listen to Boys Night Out going to school. Diba 7 a.m. pa sila noon? Ay, joke! Hindi Boys Night Out! I would always listen to Good Times with Mo Twister going to school back in high school. So yung mga DJs at the time, I really felt like they were enjoying their job, and at the core of me, I always wanted to do something that I would enjoy and that people could see that I'm enjoying it. So pinangarap ko talaga maging radio DJ. I auditioned in college 2 radio stations before I got into Magic. So, yung unang mga radio stations, I auditioned for them. I think I messed up. And I know where I messed up. Before I auditioned for Magic, na parang wala na rin akong pake at the time when I auditioned for Magic. Yung parang, my gosh, I'm just gonna get rejected anyway. But third time's the charm. So, my first radio station, medyo mataas ang confidence ni ate nyo. I feel like I annoyed executives, and I feel like naisip ko na papasok ako dito. Parang ganun yung approach ko to my first radio audition. The second one was I still had that type of feeling ko papasok talaga ako. I was meant for this. Pero I put so much pressure on myself that I didn't enjoy any of it anymore. I felt like I had to be someone to get in. Kasi nga, I think as a younger person at the time, or, as a teenager, whatever, young adult, yung first audition, I realized na parang, baka they don't like me as a person. So the second audition, I tried to change that. I am quick in adapting things. So, yung naging learning ko medyo weird. Parang I have to be the type of radio person that they want me to be. So, inaral ko yung station, the type of jocks that they have, and that went like a blur kasi nga, hindi ko siya in-enjoy. Hindi ko sinoke in yung opportunity and the opportunity to be there until I was, rejected by that radio station. And the rejection is, they will tell the names of those who got in on air. So, I was in Jollibee, Katipunan. Hinihintay namin yung results. Hindi ako nakapasok, umiiyak ako, and my friends Sam and Arlan were there to comfort me. So, I love them for that. Magic came. I really had the initiative na to join. But in my head, since I listen to Magic every day, in high school, parang yan yung goal. Yan yung end goal. I thought I was gonna work my way up to Magic 89.9. So when I saw there were auditions, I went by myself. Inisip ko na mag-enjoy na lang ako. Kasi feeling ko, mag-reject ako. I didn't get my hopes up at that point. So, in-enjoy ko na lang yung process. I came there as I was. I was honest. I said I didn't know much about music or pop culture at the time, but I am quick in picking things up, which I wasn't lying. I am quick at picking things up naman when I put my heart and soul into it. I enjoyed so much and I loved being myself in that process. I felt like the people who were judging us felt that from me as well. And lo and behold, nakapasok ako. And I learned so much from the mentors that I had in Magic 89.9. Parang siyang surreal experience because I wanted to lead up to Magic 89.9. I didn't think my first radio experience would be in Magic already. And I was able to observe or kind of meet really big names in radio, right? Like Boom, si Tin, the Boys Night Out people, Jam, Debbie, and they were really kind to me. I still see them in events now and they know that I was a junior jock. So it's kind of like, it's crazy. I'm already going to events like you guys, influencing, hosting like you guys. They're so kind to me in events and everything. So I really love seeing them. Sina Slick, Tony. That was such a great moment for me that really boosted my confidence. Afterwards, I also auditioned for TV shows naman. I think I auditioned for MTV or was it Mix? I don't remember. I just remember that I was pressured again and I had to put on a facade again. Hindi ako nakapasok. Again. There's a pattern. There's a pattern, I swear. Then, lo and behold, courtside came. Kasi may mga plugs yan on TV. So, people who want to audition for correspondent, they are gonna post a screening process. Now, you see it online. Pero at the time, it's just on TV. So, inaabangan ko siya sa ABS-CBN after my relatives told me that I should audition. So, I told you a while ago na hindi ko siya pinangarap. But in my last year of college, kasi sa Mascom, we had TVs, malamang, and they would just play the UAAP games. I would see the past correspondents, courtsides there, and it was just like passing by, na parang okay, this is what they do. They report about the game, but I don't really watch the UAAP. My relatives and my friends told me to audition for courtside. They told me na parang, they really encouraged me to do so. So parang, in my last year in college, naisip ko, YOLO moment, let's go. I think you were expecting a very profound why from me. No, it was literally like, you only live once, slay the day, seize the day moment. And I was able to get that mindset because I was excited for the process. I wasn't looking forward to the results kasi naisip ko nga, I might just be rejected. So, might as well just go through the process and soak everything in and enjoy every step of the way, which I did. And it was such a wonderful experience for me. I think some people might say otherwise kasi people really aspire to be courtside reporters, right? And correspondents. And I saw that after I got in. And I realized, shucks, what a privileged position I am to be so close to a team, so close to people who other people look up to. But during the process, talagang learning opportunity siya for me. And I love to go to workshops kasi. I love to learn. In my core, gusto ko talaga natututo. So, that's how I went in that process. And naisip ko, whatever I get here, whenever I get cut from the audition, I'm gonna take that to my next journey. Pero hindi naman ako mema nung nag-audition ako. So, you have 2 video auditions at the time sa amin. I think it's different now. I'm not part of the correspondent audition process. I only meet them afterwards. So, hands up, people. You can't get anything out of me for the process now. But, 2 videos. Yung una kong video was why you want to enter being a correspondent, courtside reporter, and parang what you can give. Yan, first video. I took it pa in Quezon Hall. Second audition video was here in my room because they said, show yourself or show your personality. So, ginawa ko siya dito in this ledge. My room was still green. If you are updated with my vlogs on YouTube, I painted and remade my room in the pandemic. So, green pa siya. And then, afterwards, once I got in the videos, ano na kami, ABS-CBN. The auditions were there. One of their goals in ABS-CBN was to strengthen their social media. So we had a weird type of social media stage where we had to pretend we were making social media content on our phones. Sobrang enjoy. Grabe. And I would like to thank that experience, my entire courtside experience, to how I create videos now. And parang really molded me to storytell in a way that I enjoy and the people in my stories enjoy too. So, long story short, if you want to see my entire journey, I have a vlog on that on my YouTube account. I got into courtside, the pandemic happened, my courtside stint got cut, and I transitioned to online events naman for hosting. I'm gonna be honest, the courtside reporting journey was such a roller coaster for me. You would think that it was, the best experience online. I mean, it really was, but personal life, it was also one of the worst times in my life. And I really grew, I think, as a person and changed also. Because at the time, I think I was such a young person. I know people in college will say, first year to fourth year people in college, I think we would always think na, uy, matanda na tayo, ang dami ko na na-experience. I got this. Fourth year college, easy. But I realized, looking back, I wasn't secure sa kung sino ako. I think understandably for myself. Like, I understood why I wasn't secure yet at the time. And I was on a platform that allowed so many people that I didn't know to have opinions of me. Also with so many personalities around me that it was so overwhelming. I got anxiety. I was really sad. I wasn't sleeping well because it was also my thesis year. I lost someone who was very close to me during that time, and it was a big issue. So, nangyayari yan sabay-sabay with being a courtside reporter, with entertaining the fans, getting to know the athletes. Um, I'm just glad now looking back that I had people there who, even though I wasn't close to, really supported me. Like the team managers, the student managers, the players that I gotten close to. And yeah, that really helped in my journey. So, not everything that you see on social media is the entire story. It's just the peak of the iceberg. And I'm shaking while I'm talking about it because grabe talaga yun. I didn't know how to deal with anxiety also. So, my times talaga na my chest would squeeze up and it would be hard for me to breathe. The only solution that I found that would help at the time was to separate myself from the environment. So, madaming times like during basketball practice when I am overwhelmed, I would stay in the CR, I would breathe, or I would leave like the arena, just take a breath outside and then go back in. My time nga na yun, we lost a friend and it was before a really huge game for UP. So I was crying before getting to the arena and amazed ako sa sarili ko kasi parang snap, professional mode, happy when I got in, UP lost. People thought I was crying because of UP. Pero yun, nangyayari yan sa personal life ko. So, there are things that we all go through. And I think everybody just needs to be kind to everyone. Yun. I don't know why I shared that with you, but I felt like that it was something important to tell everybody that, media looks so glamorous, especially if you're a talent. People always expect you to be on your top game, your 100% when you're a talent because actually, madaming talent. And one of the things that they told me when I was a courtside reporter is I was always replaceable. All the talents are replaceable. So we always have to do our best. I know it's harsh. I went through, the organization application processes in UP. That's also harsh. So I always had that pressure coming up to the UP community, doing my reports, na I always have to be on point because I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to let the community down, the people who got me. Myself, I don't want to let myself down. And I always thought that anytime, if they didn't like me, they could replace me. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but it was enjoyable. And I was so shaped and molded and developed afterwards that the pandemic was a time for reflection for me. Like, who did I want to be? Did I want to be the girl who was so swayed by other people's opinion when she was a courtside reporter? Or do I want to be the girl who always enjoyed, who always found the sparkle in things, always found the mundane wonderful? And eventually, that's who I chose to be. And I'm trying to be now. And I just want to tell you guys that, especially yung mas popular, diba? Parang ako, I just do my job. But the popular people, please give them a break. Yung mga talents, media people, give them a break. They can't always be perfect all the time, and they can't always live up to unrealistic expectations all the time. Expectations that the fans have put on them. Tapos parang ikaw, guys, di nga natin kaya maabot yung expectations na yun. Bakit natin piniplace on these people? Especially the athletes. They're young. They're in college. They can hear everything. And they are affected by it. So please, let's just enjoy the UAAP as a game. Walang personalan dapat yan. For the people who want to get into hosting, who want to become a sports producer, these are the things that I think I would do if I'm starting from scratch now. Number one, I would do a self-audit, meaning I would write down my strengths and weaknesses. That helped me in the process as a host, as a junior jock, as a courtside reporter. Ask the people around you, ask trusted mentors because, some people may be giving you opinions or maybe giving you advice, pero it doesn't resonate with you or you see things differently. Write down your strengths and weaknesses. Once you know that, then you know what you can work towards, what you can work on, and where you're comfortable with. Strengths are the things that you will amplify for yourself. For example, for me, I found a strength of mine is really talking, projecting. So, I would always practice that like a muscle in every opportunity that I have, hosting, junior jock, courtside. Practice. I want it to be natural for me. Parang pak, 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 pak. Kaya, kaya. A weakness of mine is for hosting, memorizing, for being a courtside reporter, understanding the game, basketball and volleyball. So I knew that I had to allot more time with that, and that directed my next steps. So, okay, di ako magaling sa basketball knowledge, di ako magaling sa volleyball knowledge. What can I do to become better at it? I asked my friend to tutor me. Kasama ko pa si Jaime Escalon with my friend si Vince, who I'm working now in the industry with. I asked him to talk to me about volleyball, and my friend Andy, I asked them to talk to me about basketball. So those are the things that really helped me. Aside from that, asking your friends who are more knowledgeable than you, attend free workshops. Ang dami ng free workshops nowadays. Me and Clev, a director in sports and a content creator, producer as well, we just had a workshop last year with Nike. If you want to be updated on workshops, I post workshops from different organizations on my broadcast channel, Winning Seasons on Instagram. But free workshops, they have a lot of meat to it, ah. Hindi siya mema. And especially for people who are starting from scratch, this will allow you to create informed decisions through learning about the landscape that we have in media, in sports, and in hosting. By the way, on cam and behind the scenes, if you want to do both or either, these are the tips. Number three, tell your friends your goals and build a portfolio online. The reason why I got gigs when I was starting out as a host was because I would tell my friends that I would love to host their organizations, their events. Tell your friends that you want to host, and people will bet on you. People who trust you will always get you, okay? And back yourself up with a good work ethic, please, and good networking skills. Build a portfolio online is so easy right now. Once you get those events, always document. That's actually my fifth point, but okay, let me just talk about it now. Document everything and post it online. If wala ka pang material, you can just keep posting videos online, talking to the camera, kind of like telling people that you want to host, why you want to host. The journey is valid, okay? Your journey is valid in every step of the way, in every point of that journey. Beginner, middle, veteran, that journey, everybody wants to listen to that. People want to hear your story. So, promote yourself online. And when I was in college, I would post every freaking event. Magsawa na lang yung mga tao sa mga posts ko. Ngayon, I am trying to catch up on my posts. Number four, this is important. No matter the work that you put in, no matter the workshops you attend, you always still need to network and put yourself out there. So, kasama yun sa social media. My fourth is to attend events as much as possible. If you're just gonna watch a basketball game, if you're gonna watch 3x3 for sports, volleyball, go and attend those. Attend your school events, your organizations. Network the hell out of your life, guys. It really helps because sometimes that's where I am able to meet people who will give me my next gig. So, minsan, I also say na if I want a gig in hosting or if I want to have a producer gig, that's what I'm gonna introduce myself as in an event. I play up that hosting career of mine to that person if I want to get a hosting gig. If I want to be known as a sports producer, then that's what I describe the most. But I always tell people hosting content and producing. Those are the three things that I do. So always network. I know it's hard. I'm actually gonna come up with a small talk series on TikTok which talks about how we can network and create better conversations. So please, abangan nyo yan if that will help you. I'm just trying to churn out as much content as I can because I have a lot of people asking me online on tips, how my journey was, how they can get better. And I am not an expert or a pro at this, so far from it. But I feel like mentors are found in every stage of our life. And I heard this from a podcast from Nico Ramos, Miko Halili, and Boom Gonzalez, na your mentors aren't just the people above you. They're also the people in your level or your batchmates. And they're also the people who are gonna start out or the younger people. So, for me, mentors are everyone that you can learn from and trust with your skills and abilities. So, I hope that while I am on this journey, you're able to come with me and we're able to develop together. For the on-cam talents, behind the cam talents, please keep on dreaming and please keep on working after your goals because it won't be handed to you in a silver platter, guys. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna real talk you. Media is a very who knows who environment. It's a very siya nakapasok because of this person or ipapasok kita because I know you, I trust you. So networking is so important. A lot of people always ask me on TikTok, how do I apply to be a producer or a director? I also don't know how to apply. As in, the reason why I got into this position was because I got a gig that led to another gig that led me to meeting the people who are eventually gonna lead the UAAP broadcast. They binitbit nila ako and snowball effect lang talaga in the media industry. Meron naman, always be aware of yung mga auditions, casting calls, job offers, career opportunities. Always be aware of that. But sometimes, networking is gonna pull you up further, I would say, because someone will already back you up eh. Parang, someone will already say your name in a room where you haven't been in. Always put your best foot forward, especially for the people who brought you in. We always want to make everybody in our circle look good. So, just bring your A game and work on a really great work ethic. So, those are my tips. I hope that helped. And season 2 is gonna come. Season 1 is over. I hope you guys share what you loved about it on IG stories. Tag me at it's Yani Mayo. I'm gonna prepare for season 2. I'm hoping that it will come out in February. I am looking at more guests, different guests. I know it's just my sister for season 1, but season 2, I'm gonna try to bring in athlete friends, friends in media. So please do comment or message me on who you want to see for season 2. And abangan nyo lang yung mga content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I don't know. Threads, yan. At it's Yani Mayo. Go ahead and message me as well. I would love to continue this conversation. Thank you guys so much for being here and for being in this Harder Truths journey with me. It's just the beginning, and I'll see you guys in season 2. Bye!